欢迎 Today you and I are going to have a sweet time. In the West, a sweet dessert is traditionally offered at the end of a meal. It can be simple or it can be pretty fancy. Chinese cuisine also offers some wonderful decadent sweets, but the Chinese usually satisfy their sweet tooth between meals. And who can blame us? Wait until you see what we make today. But first, let us satisfy our sweet tooth in Macau, a place where the people are every bit as sweet as their culinary creations. All of Macau is really a Chinatown. Interesting things. Friendly people. So can you.
So can you.
Sweets and a variety of Chinese pastries are Macau's specialty, from traditional Chinese cookies to Mekinese and Portuguese sweet delights. Hard to believe, but they still make these delights by hand, one at a time. In Macau, the craft is often practiced right in the little shop. Anywhere you go, you can find these snack shops. You can always smell the sweet smell of success blocks away. Here's another local favorite, also my favorite, traditional Chinese almond cookies. The master bakers show me how to make them. Rice flour dough into the mold. Tap, tap, tap into this special bamboo roaster basket. Now it's my turn. Practice makes perfect. Come on. Okay, 爭啲。哦。
OK。
再做多啦。You bake this over mesquite, soft fire, okay, for almost hour and a half to 2 hours. Be patient. And then when it's done, you take it out. This is beautiful. This is the one that we just make without whole almond. This one is whole almond. Chef have been doing this for a very short while. They've been doing it for 24 years. Just a short time, okay? We started when they were a little kid. Yeah, who's like, you know, I have a sweet tooth, so I'm gonna try some of Macau's favorite sweet delight. Dairy products were introduced to Macau centuries ago, and the locals have long since given milk custard an interesting Chinese spin. They fill bowls with regular milk, lift them in a steamer, and when it's almost done, add a little hardened cream on top. Wow. My friend Dong Lo is treating me to a bowl. His famous dessert shop is right in the plaza. They even have their own herd of cows to ensure top quality. And for an extra special treat, how about milk custard flavored with fresh ginger juice? Now look at this. This is already coagulating, just about 10 seconds. Look at this. See this? Only takes a few seconds. And this is ginger flavor, milk custard. Very gingerly, nice and sweet. At the Institute for Tourism Studies, the next generation of Macau chefs is learning how to make Mekinese delights. Local pastry chef Mr. Chow shows the student the secret of creamy satadura. I have never found it anywhere other than Macau. I am speechless. I'm not going to show you my mouth. I'm all over. It's good. Oh yeah. Here is a Macau legend, Margaret's Bakery Cafe. Margaret's specialty is egg custard tarts, and she is giving me some hands-on experience. First, pull in the egg yolk and cream filling, only the best ingredients. Bake them to perfection. Everybody come to Margaret's Cafe for this, Margaret's own egg tart. Is it true?
That's right. And that's one old saying. They said, once you try Margaret's egg tart, just one bite, and you can't stop.
Well, we'll try.
it.
We'll try.
Yeah, because you can see all the layers. Okay?
This is my 25th pieces. And after this, I'm gonna buy another 2 dozen and bring it home and serve it to my beloved family. So remember, when you come to Macau, be sure to bring your sweet tooth. I'm crushing some peanut. I try all the sweets from Macau. Now let's make one of my favorite, peanut biscuit. I call it peanut cookies. Actually, it's a cookie. Crush this, and I crush this is glazed walnut. This is glazed walnut right here. Actually, you know what? This is good, but this is more fun. And you can do it faster. It's already done. This is how fast this is, okay? Then mix them up. These are nuts, peanut and glazed walnut. We'll set aside, shake them up, and put it over here. And I have some butter mixed with some peanut butter. Mix them all up. Have a tiny bit of sesame seed oil. Make it Asian. Sugar. Okay? Nice and sweet. Now, most of the Chinese dessert are less sweet than the Western dessert. And you go walk around the stores and the street of Macau, you see a lot of little snack shops selling all kind of Chinese traditional sweet. Okay? And then you put the nuts right in here. This is the peanut. That's all I need, okay? And then this is the glazed walnut and peanut all together, okay? That's all we need. Mix them all up. And then the next thing is use flour. Now, Western cuisine, you use flour. But in southern China, they use long grain rice flour and mung bean flour, even though in northern China, they do use flour. Mix them all up, fold it in, because after you do this, you got to chew this, okay? You can see it is pretty dry when it's done, okay? Very good. Dry. Make sure to allow this. Now, you can see the texture now. The texture is pretty dry. So after that, you will put this, cover up with plastic wrap and put it in the fridge, okay? Now, we already have one done ahead of time, already mixed, and let it chew a little bit. I want to show you how easy it is. This, let's shake them all up, put them right over here, okay? Let's remove the container, get rid of it. Then we'll show you how easy it is to make this, okay? First, dust it with flour. Dust with different cake molds. Got all kind of cake mold. Some are easier, some are... Now this is how the Chinese chef would do it. You push this cake mold, you push it down. See this? And then you use the knife, and you press a little bit, okay? And you shake them up, okay? The whole thing comes out like that. One, let me show you. We have done a few ahead of time. We'll put it right over here very carefully, okay? And then we'll try this. This is chicken. We'll push this. We push this. Push it down. Use the knife to press this. And then push this one more time. And then you shake it. The whole thing comes out. And you put it right over here. And then we'll take this to the oven and let it bake at 300 degrees to 350 degrees for about 12 to 15 minutes. Oh, this is what we have done here. Look at this, beautiful. When this is done, you shake it out. These are round ones. They're all kind of cake mold. They're different shape, different size. Beautiful, nice and golden brown, okay? And then we have the chicken. And we also have the little pig, little rabbit. And of course, we have fish. Oh, I love fish. I'm going to have some fish here, though. Oh, look at this. Now, this is what you have. Peanut biscuits or peanut cookies. I'm mixing all of this flour, cornstarch, egg to make another sweet sensation, fried almond custard bars. You use a lot of energy, hard work. It's great exercise until you see this wonderful consistency. What I have here is, look at this. What I have here is flour, sugar, sesame seed, cornstarch, and eggs, and a tiny bit of almond extract. Mix them all up. I think this is nice and ready. And you shake this, get rid of these. Very good. And then we will dust this with a tiny bit of extra cornstarch on this container. This is container. You got to dust this a little bit. So this way the custard won't get stuck, okay? Nice and easy, okay? To want to make it look really interesting, put a tiny bit of sesame seed on the bottom. So the whole thing has sesame seed on top and the bottom, okay? And then we're going to put all of these. Now when you do this, make sure this spatula is coated with food release so they won't get stuck. You push this, put it right here. Very good. Make sure you have enough. Just cook enough, okay? Perfect. Let's put this in. Spread it. Spread it. Very carefully. Very carefully. See? Now, Chinese don't do too much of this kind of custard. But in Macau, hey, Macau is Mekinese. We learn it from all these wonderful people from Macau. 400 years of European influence. Very important when you do this, as usual, always tiny bit of food release. So this way you can easily spread it very evenly. Very nice. And shake them a little bit. Very good. And then the next thing we do is dust of extra cornstarch and extra sesame seed. Oh, look at this. This way, it looks good, give the nice texture. Extra sesame seed, okay? And then you take this, wrap this up in a plastic wrap and put it in the fridge and let it cool down for a couple hours until the custard firm, a nice firm texture, okay? Okay, we have one coming out, which has been chilled for approximately 2 hours. Nice and firm. Look at this. Nice and firm like this. Then you can cut this up. Once again, you can do the same thing. You can cut this up like this. Look at this. Cut this up. Always remember. Okay? Cut this up like this. You see? You can literally cut this up like this. Cut this up and remove all of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And take it out. And you lightly coat this with a tiny bit of extra sesame seed and cornstarch. Okay? Extra sesame seed and cornstarch. And you're ready to deep fry. Make sure the oil is just medium-high heat, not too hot. Okay? Let's check it out. Just the right temperature. Just the right bubble. And then we're going to do it very carefully. Slide this down like this. You can actually slide it down like this. Very carefully slide it down. See this? This is the way to do it. So this way you don't have to handle it too much. Just slide it down. There is a little trick that I learned from the chef in Macau. So this way it is nice and beautiful. Make sure you do it until they're nice and golden brown. Now once it's done, you can use a little bit. Once you drop it in, use a slightly higher heat so they're nice and golden brown. It doesn't take too long, okay? Look how beautiful this is. You can tell it's getting golden brown. Very nice. Now, actually, when you're cooking the flour, the cornstarch, and the sugar, make sure you whip it vigorously so they won't get stuck. And also, you got a nice, good consistency. And also, why Chinese chefs like to use cornstarch? You give that wonderful texture, smooth, crispy texture. Look at this. This is getting there. And we're going to take it out when it's ready. Make sure you take it out when it's nice and golden brown. This is beautiful. Now, I coat it with a tiny, tiny bit of black and white sesame seeds so it looks much nicer. This is what I call the almond custard bar because it looks like a bar. Then when this is nice and golden brown, you take it out. Look at that. Nice and golden brown. You take it out. This is also nice and golden brown. And we will also take it out. Beautiful. And then we can serve these over here while the rest is being deep fried. Oh, let's show you. Let's put a plate here. Lay it out very nicely. Very nicely. Very nicely. 3 pieces on this angle and 3 pieces on this angle. Okay? And then dust this with tiny bit of powdered sugar. Oh, look at it. Snow white. Look at this, huh? And then when it's done, you serve these. This is what you have. Fried almond custard bars. Now here's a Mekinese dessert. Caramel dip with crackers I'm making. First, I crush the slab brown sugar. See this? Chinese slab brown sugar. You can buy them in all the street, all the store in Macau. When I was looking, I even eat this as a snack candy. I crushed this. This is very easy to do. Look at this. All you have to do is go 1 and 2 and then 3 and 4. This is how you crush it, okay? Very easy to crush. Once you crush it, it's easier to use. Okay, we're going to melt the brown sugar. Of course, if you don't have this, you can use regular sugar. Then put a tiny bit of butter. 6 tablespoons of butter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tablespoons of butter. And then we'll melt the sugar, okay? Make sure we take it out so it won't burn our butter. And then we melt this. Oh, a lot of sugar. A lot of sugar, okay? Save some for snack. And then stir this. And I put a tiny bit. Once you put it in, and then you also can use medium heat. Of course, add some sugar as you go along. Add some water. It depends on how sweet you want. You can add more or less brown sugar. Let it caramelize. Now you notice that the change of color. When it's caramelized, it will be nice and dark brown, okay? This is a simple Portuguese Mekinese recipe, but I have created something a little bit different. My version, see, you got to be inspired. You got to be creative. Use imagination. Use common sense. Common sense you learn from the chef, and then imagination is all yours. So you create your own recipe, okay? Now here, you notice that I've been cooking this for almost 10 minutes. Nice and brown. It's caramelized. Look at the color. Look at the color of this one. Here is the first. Look at this. This is the first, you see, and this is the second. That means I've been cooking it for a while. And then what I do is make it a Martinez version. Add a tiny bit of 5 spice powder, just a dash. And add a tiny bit of fermented rice. Oh, give that nice wine flavor. Not much, just enough, okay? And then, and then the next thing is beaten egg. Use this. And then we'll put it in. Look at this. Stir it in like this. the egg. Wow, you thicken it up in a true sense, okay? Now you have a wonderful smooth caramel. Very nice. Very good. That's it. Ah, stir. Stir nice and even. This is a beautiful caramel with a tiny bit of fermented rice and 5 spice powder. So it's very, very unique flavor. And I think this is done. Of course, you can serve this right away, or you can do it a little bit later. Let me put this right over here, and you can serve this with all kind of stuff. Look at this. Beautiful. Huh? Make sure you get rid of some of these foam so you can see the caramel really comes up, okay? And then we'll show you what we're going to serve with this. Here we have all kind of stuff, fresh fruit. We have pears, okay? These are wonderful pear from China, northern China. With fresh pear, you see this? We have banana, we have salted cracker, sesame seed cracker, and the Chinese bow tie. And we also can use green apple. You can use all kinds of fruit. It's sweet, but yet very, very healthy. Here we have all of these. Salted cracker is good because it gives that nice contrast of flavor. Salted and sweetness. You see? Now, this is very sweet. Caramel dip with crackers and fresh fruit. It is a caramel snack bar, perfect for parties. Just make sure to share. See you next time. Remember, if Yang can be sweet, so can you. 再见。